Here I am at Emanuel's in Seattle, and I'm looking at a Bijar, a rather attractive Bijar with good age, good color, nice. But one of the things, and I'm going to come down here and take a look at something, it happens to be stapled to the floor. Now, why would the rug be stapled to the floor? I'm here with Thea Sand. Thea, what are you doing with the rug?
We stapled them to the floor so they don't fly away, right? But seriously, we're blocking this rug.
Okay.
It came in for cleaning. It was not perfectly square, as many delightful old handmade rugs are not. And as part of the process for this owner, while the rug was wet, we have stretched it up as square as is possible and tacked it to the floor to dry.
When you say stretch, how do you stretch a rug?
Well, stretching a rug means that we find one corner that is as square as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and then taking this lovely stretcher device, which operates on one of the walls that we have here, we just kind of tweak it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
All four corners are as square as possible, then we staple it to the floor and let it dry.
Let me take a look at this stretcher.
Here, let me roll that over.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we can see that we have a spiked bottom which would hold the rug in place and stretch it against the wall. Sure. Okay.
Many rug shops, after they block a rug, will apply a sizing to the back, and we don't do that anymore. Typically they're a water-based starch type of product that over time will just degrade. But we do let the owner know that with time, use, and humidity, most rugs will go back to their original shape. They don't stay as square as we would like. If they do remain square, you have to let the cleaner know every single time that they are cleaned that you want the rug blocked, or you may not get back what you were expecting.
Okay. So you get the rug blocked, gets it back to square.
Mm-hmm.
Now on a really humid day or with weather conditions or something, it could change back to its offset shape.
Well, they're very organic creatures, and the wool and cotton in the body does indeed absorb moisture from the air. And yeah, eventually they will go back.
Okay. And every time you get it cleaned, you mentioned that it's been blocked, and so that they'll know what to do.
Absolutely. There's
Okay.
often an additional charge for blocking. The very worst are Chinese needlepoint rugs that have this way of turning some odd shape, nothing related to the original shape when it was purchased.
Well, how much can you stretch a rug, and is there a danger in stretching it?
With wall-to-wall carpet, you can typically stretch 1% in the length and a little bit in the width.
Mm-hmm.
With hand-knotted carpets, it depends on the construction of the rug, how dense they are, and every piece is different. You risk, if you overstretch, tearing the rug or damaging it in some way, so you have to be extremely careful.
So it really takes someone who knows what they're doing.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this used to be something that almost all carpet shops, all Oriental rug stores did, and it's getting rather rare in some places.
Well, yes it is, and I think that's because many rug cleaners no longer have the square footage in their plant to do this type of work. A lot of the old implant places like Bonton back east and others, you know, there's too many to name, all have wooden tack-out floors.
Right.
You can make a portable tack-out floors with concrete piers and plywood if you have a small shop, but you've got to be able to keep the rug inside and dry during this process.
So now your tack-out floor is extremely large compared to any place I've been in so far. I mean, now you have things on it. It's not all in use, but you could conceivably do a very large rug in here.
And we also have a larger, longer floor upstairs.
Okay.
We do a lot of work for designers who bring their rugs from Nepal. They're often wrinkled during shipping, and as part of the process for them before we do an installation, we will often steam and block the rugs so they lay down square.
Well, I really appreciate your time on this. Thank you so much for teaching us a little bit, a little bit about blocking.